Move over prunes. There's a new sheriff in town when it comes to keeping your gut happy and your bathroom visits predictable. That's right, the humble green kiwi, that fuzzy brown fruit with the bright green insides and tiny black seeds, has just pulled off something no fresh fruit has ever done before in Europe. It's officially been recognized for helping people stay regular. Not just by wellness bloggers or nutrition gurus, but by one of the toughest food watchdogs in the world, the European Union. Imagine a world where food labels actually tell you what the food does, not just how many calories it has or how much sugar, but real, science-backed benefits that affect how you feel every day. That's exactly what's happening now with green kiwis. After years of research, mountains of data, and a rigorous scientific review, the EU has finally said it loud and clear: eating green kiwi fruit helps keep your digestive system running smoothly by increasing how often you go to the bathroom. In other words, if you've been feeling backed up, this little fruit might just be your new best friend. Now, that might not sound like headline news. After all, talking about bowel movements isn't exactly dinner table conversation. But let's be honest, almost everyone has struggled with digestion at some point. Whether it's bloating, irregularity, or just that sluggish feeling when things aren't moving the way they should, gut health is quietly one of the most universal human experiences. And yet, for something so common, it's rarely talked about, and even more rarely, supported by official, government-approved science. That's what makes this moment so special. This isn't a flashy ad campaign or a celebrity-endorsed superfood trend. This is a formal, legally permitted health claim, the kind that can actually appear on packaging in stores across Europe. And it didn't come easy. The EU doesn't hand out these kinds of approvals like candy. In fact, only a tiny handful have been approved in recent years. Most applications get rejected because the evidence isn't strong enough, the wording is too vague, or the science just doesn't hold up under intense scrutiny. So when a fresh fruit finally breaks through that wall, it's not just a win for the fruit, it's a win for transparency, for science, and for everyday people who want to make smarter choices about what they eat. So how did the kiwi do it? It wasn't magic. It wasn't marketing spin. It was persistence, more than a decade and a half of clinical studies, trials, and research showing that when people eat 2 green kiwi fruits a day, their digestive rhythm improves. Not just slightly, but in a measurable, consistent way. Scientists observed that people who added kiwis to their daily routine reported more frequent and comfortable bowel movements, with fewer complaints of discomfort or irregularity. And unlike some gut health products that rely on artificial fibers or supplements, kiwis work using what nature already packed inside them, a powerful combination of fiber, natural enzymes, and unique compounds that gently encourage the digestive tract to do its job. What's even more fascinating is that this isn't just about fiber. Sure, kiwis have a good amount of it, both soluble and insoluble, which helps add bulk and softness to stool. But researchers found that there's something more going on. The fruit contains an enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down proteins in the stomach and may improve overall digestion. It also has a particular mix of prebiotic fibers that feed the good bacteria in your gut, the kind that support a balanced microbiome, reduce bloating, and keep your system humming. On top of that, kiwis are rich in water, which helps keep things moving smoothly through the intestines. It's like nature designed a tiny digestive assistant, wrapped in a fuzzy coat. And here's the kicker, this approval applies only to the green variety, not the golden or yellow kiwis that some might be more familiar with. The research specifically focused on the traditional green type, the one with the more tart flavor and denser texture. That means not all kiwis are created equal when it comes to this particular benefit, and that distinction matters. It shows that even within the same fruit family, small differences in composition can lead to real differences in how they affect the body. Now, you might wonder, why is this such a big deal in the first place? Can't people just eat whatever they want and see what works? The truth is, the food world is full of noise. Walk down any grocery aisle and you'll see packages screaming about being natural, clean, gut-friendly, or digestive boosting, but most of those claims aren't backed by anything solid. They're carefully worded to sound helpful without actually promising anything specific. That's because in the EU, you can't legally say a food does something unless you've proven it to the highest scientific standards. No shortcuts. No vague promises. Either you have the evidence, or you stay quiet. That's why so many products, even ones we assume are healthy, don't have official claims. Probiotic yogurts, for example, can't say they're good for your gut unless they're referring to a very specific function, like helping people digest lactose. Herbal teas and plant-based supplements? Most of them are stuck in regulatory limbo, unable to make any real health claims because the data isn't strong enough. So when a whole, unprocessed fruit like kiwi finally earns that stamp of approval, it's not just a marketing win, it's a rare victory for real food in a world full of processed promises. It also shifts how we think about fruits. We've always known they're good for us, full of vitamins, antioxidants, and natural energy. But we usually think of them as snacks, desserts, or ingredients, not as tools for health in the same way we think of medicine or supplements. This changes that. It positions kiwi not just as a tasty fruit, but as a functional food, something that plays a direct, measurable role in maintaining wellness. And that's a powerful idea. It means that instead of reaching for pills, powders, or expensive supplements, people might find real relief in something simple, natural, and delicious. Of course, this doesn't mean kiwis are a cure-all. They won't fix serious digestive disorders or replace medical treatment. But for the millions of people who deal with occasional constipation, sluggish digestion, or just want to feel lighter and more comfortable, they offer a gentle, food-based solution. And unlike some laxatives or fiber supplements that can cause cramping or sudden urgency, kiwis tend to work gradually and naturally, helping the body regulate itself without shock or discomfort. Another quiet benefit? This approval could change how we talk about gut health. For too long, it's been a taboo topic, something people whisper about or joke about, but rarely address openly. But digestion is foundational. It affects energy levels, mood, skin health, and even mental clarity. When your gut isn't working well, everything else can feel off. By giving a fruit the official green light to help with this, the EU is indirectly saying, this matters. Your digestive health matters. And yes, it's okay to talk about it. It also puts pressure on the food industry to step up. If a simple fruit can go through years of research and come out with a legitimate health claim, why can't more foods do the same? Why are so many products still hiding behind vague slogans instead of proving what they do? This sets a precedent, a signal that real science, not clever marketing, should guide what we believe about our food. And let's not forget the farmers, growers, and researchers behind this. This wasn't an overnight success. It took years of collaboration between scientists, agricultural experts, and health professionals to gather the evidence, design the studies, and navigate the complex approval process. It's a reminder that behind every piece of fruit on your counter, there's a whole ecosystem of people working to understand, improve, and share its benefits. So what does this mean for you? It means that the next time you're at the grocery store, that little green fruit with the fuzzy skin might deserve a second look. You don't need a prescription, a fancy label, or a subscription box. Just 2 kiwis a day, peeled, sliced, or scooped right out of the skin, could be enough to support a healthier, more comfortable digestive rhythm. It's simple, affordable, and backed by science. In a world where health advice changes by the week and new superfoods pop up every season, it's refreshing to see something real and lasting. No hype. No exaggeration. Just a fruit doing what it was meant to do, helping people feel better, one bite at a time. And if that means more people are regular, more comfortable, and more in tune with their bodies, then maybe it's time we stop underestimating the power of the kiwi. After all, sometimes the most revolutionary health breakthroughs don't come in a lab, they come in a fuzzy brown package, ready to be sliced open and shared. And there you have it, the little green fruit with the fuzzy outside has quietly made history, not with a bang, but with a gentle nudge to your digestive system. This isn't just about eating a kiwi instead of a prune. It's about something bigger, real, science-backed recognition that everyday foods can play a real role in how we feel. In a world full of health hype and empty promises, it's refreshing to see a simple fruit earn its place not through marketing, but through years of research and rigorous testing. So next time you're standing in front of the fruit bowl, don't overlook that brown, fuzzy oval. Peel it open, scoop out the bright green inside, and remember, you're not just having a snack. You might just be giving your body exactly what it needs to stay balanced, comfortable, and regular. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another story where science meets your kitchen. Thanks for watching.